Sagittarius, this is so interesting. The card that came out for the theme of your reading really explains what I was seeing in my vision, in my meditation with your energy. And what I saw was this thread or this string knotted up. It was like knots and knots and knots. This could be something that has been protecting you, okay? It's like each knot represents a level of protection. And I saw somebody kind of pulling the knot apart, trying to untangle this. So I feel like there's a strong message here for you that there's a layer of protection, layers and layers of protection that have been afforded to you. Although you may be feeling like you've outgrown these protective mechanisms, or you don't need them, or maybe you're seeing something as a block and an obstacle when it's actually not. So the card that came through for you was the Serpent, number 32, rebirth, unconventional energy, and nonconformity. And what I was seeing in this, as soon as the card came out, was that this knot was a serpent. It was like the serpent was in knots and knots and knots. And this is, I don't know. This is something protecting you. It's almost like there's a push in your energy field for you to change something or to transform something, but Spirit actually wants you to anchor in and stick to your guns or stay the course. Something isn't meant to change just yet, even though you feel some kind of outside pressure. Now, I'm not saying forever this, whatever we're talking about, can't change, but just now, things are supposed to stay relatively the same. Now, I know this isn't perhaps a popular message because often we come to tarot when we need change and we want change. But like I said, you could have this desire to untie these knots of protection because you want things to change in your life, but you're not realizing the bigger picture, or Spirit's telling you there is a bigger picture for you to see. So Sagittarius, let's see what this message is all about. Rebirth, nonconformity. Yeah, it feels like this push for you to change and transform is actually a push for you to conform. You know, maybe you're thinking, oh, I need to do my business in this way, or I need to be a better partner for so-and-so. I'm not sure what it is, or I need to look a certain way. There's some like strand of contamination that has come in to convince you, or maybe the masses, some people around you, a group of people, that things need to be done a certain way. And it's like Spirit saying, hold still, like keep those knots in place. I'm seeing something about like sailor's knots. It's really important that you don't force yourself to transform into something you're not just to call it a rebirth for yourself. You are a very unconventional type of person, whoever I'm connecting with today. So remember that. It's what keeps you sane, I'm hearing. It's what keeps you sane. I was going to say special, but sane came through. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. So where are you feeling this pressure to change something, to fit in, to maybe succeed somewhere, to be understood, to be accepted, you know? I feel like Spirit saying, You'll shed your skin when you're good and ready, not on someone else's demand or something else's demand. Rest, recovery, and planning, snow moon. This is the knot, right? It's time for you to rest and to recover, rather than being in some kind of, I'm hearing the word vitriol. I don't know, vitriolic. Maybe somebody's really coming down on you, or they have some animosity towards you. I don't know where that's coming from, or you could. But it's not a time for massive change. Not right now. Okay? So if you have a big change coming up in your life, like you're about to take a new job, or you're about to move into a new house, it's not that Spirit is saying don't do that. It's already been decided. You've already done it. Okay? But this feels more like an energetic shift. For example, you've bought a new house, you're about to move, and you're like, oh no, the tarot reading is saying no change, don't change. you can go move into the house, but maybe don't change your whole aesthetic when you get there. You know what I mean? So that you fit in with the Joneses. So you're keeping up with the Joneses. Or when you get this job, don't change your whole aesthetic and wardrobe just to fit in. This is the energy Spirit's talking about. Keep your authenticity. That will help you navigate any changes that are happening for you with a sense of ease. This allows you to plan as well. Okay, so let's get further in. Tell me about Sagittarius's energy. The Weaver, rediscovery, and transition. The knots, weaving. That's interesting, because when you do weave something, it's like creating knots, right? As you go to create the pattern. Oh, interesting. So the tapestry of your life that you're weaving is woven with threads of protection. So you're meant to rediscover an aspect about yourself rather to transition into something foreign and something wholly new. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe something's not working out and you just want to do a 180. But Spirit's saying, I don't know, you're creating something really unique and beautiful right now. You're designing your life in a way that nobody else could design for you. It feels like there's a reward coming up ahead, but you need to be patient. Be confident in how you're going about something. So let's see the challenge. The patron, membership and finances. Mentorship. Did I say membership? Mentorship. Finances. Yeah, it feels like you're thinking about making some kind of pivot in order to improve your business, your channel, to get more success, to get more accolades, like, oh, maybe I need to hire so-and-so, maybe I need to do this. Mentorship. And it could be the case that somebody's telling you this. Top 5 ways to make money in 2026, this kind of thing. But everything that is coming at you is from the Matrix realm, really. It's like how to be like everyone else. And Spirit doesn't want you to give in to that at all. So there's someone who wants to mentor you or is trying to mentor you, or you're allowing them to mentor you. And I feel like they don't really speak your language. They don't really understand the gist of who you are and what makes you the manifester that you are, the serpent that you are. Tell me more about your energy. The Weaver, the Serpent, the Rider, number 12, movement, quick decisions, and progress. Of course, your mutable fire. So it's hard for you to slow down, to rest, recover, and to kind of stay the course. This would really benefit you to slow down with something, okay? And just give something a little bit more time. Do it for yourself. Let something actually become successful. Let something actually play out. Okay? Stick to something. Get better. Hone your skills. Do you. Be you. Okay? Sagittarius. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Message for Sagittarius. Yeah. Exactly. This feels like a specific message, and I can already hear some people here. It's okay. Like, if you're miserable in life and you don't want this message, you don't want to be patient, you don't want to stay the course, you're wondering what your ex is up to, and this tarot reading is not about that, it's okay. It's just this reading's not for you, right? But it is for someone who needs to hear this. It's about honoring your value and your own energetic signature, and not changing that signature for anybody or anything. And it could be the case that somebody wants you to sign up for something. The Hangman. So we had that before. Where did that come through? Oh, number 12, the Rider, which is kind of opposite of Hangman energy. But at the bottom, we have you kind of taking a step back to gain a perspective, a new perspective, to rediscover a perspective about yourself and your uniqueness and your unique views and vision. And then at the bottom it says transcend and evolve. And there is a moment here where you will transcend some difficulties and transcend your mind and evolve and ascend and all of that kind of stuff. But you're going to do it vis-a-vis your own stream of consciousness rather than swimming in someone else's. Don't become someone else. Okay? Just become more of who you already are. King of Cups, Diviner, and Sage. You may get I'm hearing a phone call. Feels like 8 of Wands. Yeah, it feels... I was going to say that there's somebody who wants you to express your emotions around something, but then I got you're going to get a phone call, and I saw something about telemarketing. I don't know, maybe it feels like it, like a spam call. It could be from someone you know, like, why are you spamming me? Why do you keep calling me, asking me how I feel about something? Ace of Wands. Okay, what do you want to say about that? 10 of Coins. Treasure and discovery. Somebody wants to know your plan. Yeah, but why do I feel like this is something that they need to protect themselves from? 8 of Wands, exceed and surpass. Look at this alligator here. I would really, this could be a metaphor, but I would really stay away from get rich quick schemes and scams and things like that. The Tower, draconian and forceful. Feels like here somebody's saying, hey, I know a way you could make lots of money, or I know a way that you could ascend quickly, or I know the way to divine enlightenment. And it's like, no, bro, it doesn't work like that. It's like slower, and it's a little, for you here, it's coming out as a little bit more methodical. You're weaving a beautiful tapestry. Now really think about this, sit into this energy or dip into this energy. Imagine somebody weaving something on a loom and how much effort that takes and repetition of their vision. It's like show up for yourself over and over and over again and keep weaving. Keep creating that pattern. It's going to all come together. And somebody else is like, why bother weaving that? Just, use AI and 3D print it. And you're like, that's not what I want to do. Just as an example, And they're like, yeah, but you could make money faster. It would be good for you. Okay, what is the significance, before I tell you the cards that came out, what is the significance of all this? Well, it's protecting you from a tower. It could be the case that whatever somebody's trying to convince you to go do, or you yourself are trying to convince yourself to change and conform to, is really not long lasting at all. It's like a Ponzi scheme, I don't know what this is about for everyone. I'm trying to think of like how this could play out in different contexts, but I don't know. I guess if you're here, you resonate. Spiritually, what does this mean for you? Raven and wolf, symbiosis, combined effort and alliance. Well, it's your alliance and your combined effort with your higher self and spirit. That's what's going on. It's like, do you trust yourself? Do you have faith in your vision, your original vision, and who you are? Raven and wolf. Give me one more, Spirit. Tell me the issue here. something like going on here. Prophecies, revelations, insights, and messages. Yeah, it's somebody telling you how something is going to pan out, or how something's going to work, how something will manifest, and what you need to do to get there. It's like somebody telling you they have a prophecy about what's going on. They have a message for you. Someone's going to call you, right? And tell you what you need to do. This could even be a family member who has some guidance for you. Why don't you just do it this way? You know, that kind of thing. An editor, I don't know. This isn't the right alliance. The only alliance you need right now is with your higher self, because it's time for rest and recovery and planning, rather than jumping on some kind of bandwagon. You know, if you're a researcher and everybody's doing this research and that's the research that's getting funded, but you don't really care about it, don't just jump on the bandwagon. Spirit is saying, stay true to your originality, non-conformity. Okay. So your overall energy is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, everything's up in the air. You know, you're trying to juggle who you really are and what you really want to do, what you really believe, versus everything else that's being thrown at you that's juxtaposing your truth and your creation. On this card, it says cryptic and mysterious. I do feel like you are cryptic and mysterious. Maybe not intentionally, but it's part of your magic. People love to try to figure out a Sag out. They just do. You know, you're so magnetic. I mean, it depends on your chart and all that. But just generally, people are drawn to Sag energy and they want to figure out who you are. What is it that you know? And that just comes with the territory, because you're the great teacher. So you have lots of students just showing up, whether they know they're students or not. So it could be the case that you have one frustrated student, as a metaphor, right, who doesn't understand what you're teaching and wants you to teach it differently. But the only way they're really going to grasp the knowledge and wisdom that you have is if they rise up to the challenge of learning your style, learning in your style of what you have to say. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get further in. They have to make the leap to understand you. You don't have to digress and take 10 steps backwards to get to them, to show them the truth or show them wisdom. That doesn't make sense. They have to make the moves here. And this could be about a relationship, I suppose. Somebody has to level up. You don't have to level down. And sometimes it's good to meet in the middle, but I don't even feel it in this case. Those knots are really strong that I'm seeing. It's like, don't move, don't transform and shift how you're doing something. It's working. Page of Coins. Yeah, the student card, right? Expression and message. Your expression and your messages are heard by the right ears. Okay? So, yeah, someone's not understanding you and your process or your vision, your goal. Some of you have a Sagittarius moon. You know, you have big visions, big ideas of how you could do something. And some of you are going to a teacher or taking a class or buying some kind of thing online about how to get better at XYZ. But in truth, you are already above that. You are beyond that. Maybe you don't have the same skill set, but your vision and your capacity to create is beyond wherever it is that you're going to seek mentorship. That's what I'm getting. Six of Wands for what you don't see coming. Victory. Success. Okay, and that's exactly why Spirit's saying stay on this course, stay on this track. There's a victory here that you don't see coming. I'm seeing this tapestry that you're weaving being hung in a museum. It's like wow, it must have taken someone ages to do that. What a vision they had. You know, there's respect that's been going to be given to you, and admiration, and maybe even attribution. I'm hearing someone's going to reference you or note you in some way because you stand out, because you're not going with what everybody else is saying and thinking and doing and creating. The Lovers, twin soul and reverence. Oh, the snake is right there. That's interesting. See the snake? So victory. Hold on a second. Tell me what the twin soul is. Six of Coins, gifts and bounty. And I feel like Queen of Coins, bliss and comfort, this is about you. This is about a unification with another aspect of yourself. You know, the Lover's card is showing up as you really leaning into the part of you that is more of the hangman energy than it is this rider that's making these quick decisions, movement, progress, change. I just got this new business opportunity and it's so good. I'm going to invest all my money here, crypto the heck out of something. I don't know. It's just coming through, you know, like I'm going to do all this spontaneous stuff. And sometimes there's a time and a place for it and it works and it's good. And that is a part of you that you don't need to get rid of. You just need to know when that applies and when to tap into that particular energy. It's one of your tools on the magician's table. Another tool on your table is this pentacle energy, this slower kind of almost Taurus energy, where you're kind of plodding along, planning, taking a rest, taking things easy, and continuing on with your vision, regardless of what other people around you have to say. So there's a massive decision here coming up about how you choose to spend your energy, as well as what you choose to do and put out into the world and how you go forward with it. You need to go forward in a way that sits right with you, that's authentic for you, that brings you a sense of comfort and ease when you are giving to others and when you are receiving. Because some of you are getting messages and all kinds of things from different people, and like it's not what's the word here? It's not what? Hidden paths, awareness, mindfulness, self-mastery. It's not speaking to you and your path. Your path is hidden from these people who are giving you all this insight, and maybe it's tarot readings. I don't know, you decide, right? But like your path is hidden. It's protected. And the only way to get more information about your path is to commune with yourself at this point. Just at this point. It's about self-mastery, not about advice. You know? The hatchling, it says, innocence, inner child, and curiosity. Because Spirit doesn't want your inner child and your inner child's vision to get tainted with other people's ideas of what success is or what love is or you know, whatever, what healing is. You do you. Okay? Can I get one more for what you don't see coming? Six of Cups, past and reminisce, inner child. There's something very unique about your childhood, about who you were as a child. I don't know, maybe you were quirky. Some of you were like the big person in the friend group. Others of you were outcasts. Doesn't really matter, but you played a certain role, a special role. And whatever it is that's coming to mind now about something that was different about you as a child is the same energy running through you now that's making you unique, that makes your work unique, that makes your perspective unique, that makes everything successful for you, truly. Even if the thing you're thinking about from childhood is something maybe you wish didn't happen, or that wasn't something significant in your memory. I don't know. For example, maybe you were teased about something when you were younger, but that very self-awareness that was gained from that difficult experience is the same self-mastery that's pulling you through now. Okay, those teasers, the bullies, don't have that. Maybe they've done the work since, but I don't know. They're the ones who conform. They're the ones who fit in. They're the ones who are in the it crowd, the in crowd. Okay, cool. Have fun in the Matrix, you know? You're not like that. And if you were part of a big group or popular, maybe you're the leader. Maybe you're going to switch things up for people. There's something unique about your childhood. I said unique how many times now in this reading, okay? So really take it in. But it's coming through here now. A realization I'm seeing at the bottom, 3 of Cups. Okay, that you stand out from the crowd. And how that's important. Very important. Okay, your opportunity is the High Priestess. The Seer. What do you want to say about this? The letters L and M could be significant for some of you. I'm hearing Laura and Mark. There's something about sensation. You can sense something. Maybe it's energy, but it's like a physical sensation that you get around certain places or things or people. I don't know. It's like an ability, an intuitive ability. 7 of Swords. When someone's lying or there's deception and trickery in the mix, you can sense it. You can feel it like in your body. Like maybe the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, or you feel cold all of a sudden. I don't know what it is for everyone. Your nose starts to run. You know, there's something that happens here. So the opportunity is to pay attention to that, because it might be coming up with whatever we're talking about. You might be having physical symptoms. Maybe you feel sick to your stomach, or you get a stomach ache around this person or whenever this is happening. I don't know. There's something telling you something here. Something somatic. Okay, what else? What you don't see coming. The High Priestess and the 7 of Swords. On the 7 of Swords, it says cultivate and prolific. Yeah. Prolific, right? I put out, 28,000 readings a month. Imagine. Oh my God. I publish like every 2 weeks, or, I'm at the gym 7 hours a day. I'm not saying any of these things are wrong, but there's like a prolific energy that's telling you, Sagittarius, you're moving too slow. Life isn't where it should be yet. Things need to happen. You need to make all these quick decisions. And that's deceptive, this prolific energy here. And as the High Priestess, your intuition knows that. It's telling you that. You do have hidden knowledge as the High Priestess, like spiritually. And that has to come out when the time is right, not when it's forced out. Like I'm seeing someone trying to squeeze an orange here. Maybe need some more vitamin C, but it's like trying to it's like somebody's trying to squeeze something out of you, and it's just not time. It's not ready, and maybe it's not even for them. This could be someone who's trying to find out what you're feeling about something. A friend wants to know. That's for some of you. Okay, let's see the challenge. Strength, endurance, and fortitude. Yeah, this is not giving in. Not giving in to the pressure. Four of Wands. Stamina and potency. Security too. Home. Protection. The knots, right? Keeping you protected. How many knots do you see? 4? I'm seeing the 4 of coins too. In your mind, when you see the knots, how many knots do you see? Those are the levels of protection that are occurring right now, and maybe they're in different areas of your life. Well, there's definitely a message here that you have to stay strong in the face of adversity, but also in the face of pressure, undue pressure, people's opinions about what's going on with you, even messages that you receive. And you don't resonate with them. You have to stay strong. You definitely have to be discerning when watching tarot, for sure, because things can get into our subconscious mind if we're not careful. And if they don't resonate with us, if they don't truly align with us, then it ain't good, you know? And the opportunity is the High Priestess. Somebody, whether it's a reading or not, but this whole situation, or someone in particular, could be trying to mess with your intuition. You have a vision and they're like, they know it's a good one, but they want to steer you somewhere else. I can't help but say that because of the Seven of Swords. I mean, that's cunning behavior. 10 of Coins again. Yeah, they're trying. 10 of Cups, like, and 10 of Swords. Wow. 10, 10, 10. Yeah, they're trying to steer you in a certain direction. Be like the promise of happiness, the promise of belonging, the promise of riches and material stability, but it all turns out to be the 10 of Swords. Nothing but a lie, nothing but betrayal. Okay? So don't fall for it. Your advice is the Ace of Swords. Makes total sense. This is unique. Again, thinking, communication, an epiphany, clarity, truth, but it's a potential energy. Like, it's niacin, it's new, it's original, it's powerful and dynamic thought. That's you, and that's your advice, is to remember how powerful and dynamic, mutable fire, you are dynamic, how dynamic your energy is. Okay, and that when it's time to shift, transform, and change, you'll do it. But on your time, on your watch, by your own heart, by your soul, by your intuitive knowing, not anyone else's. Stay the course. Don't jump on a trend bandwagon, none of that. It all ends up in the 10 of Swords because you sacrifice your authenticity for some kind of external success validation frequency, and that's never going to last. Okay? So some of you know a truth about a relationship, a group of friends, a person. What do you want to say about that? Hidden paths again. They don't know you like they think they know you, okay? There is something protected about your path. Stay hopeful about that, about your path. Who is this person? What is this? The orator, communication and confidence. They could be trying to put down your sense of confidence in a way, or challenge you. The gambler, risk, loss. Or be pushing you to say something when you're not ready yet. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords for the advice. The Fool. Told you. Original. 4 of Cups, opportunity and change. Yeah, that's right. Your 4 of Cups is a card of rejection. You know, I don't want this cup. Not right now. I'm not interested in that. Even though there's opportunity and change being offered to you. I'll be ready when I'm ready, and I'll do it my way, a different way, a new way. You're an inventor. You're going to create something. Some of you, it's like a new, something new technologically, a new platform or something like that, a new deck. And maybe you've been thinking, like, I need to create a tarot deck like so-and-so did, and they were really successful. No, you do you, okay? Ace of Swords, it's your brilliance that's needed. It's your words, it's your thoughts. It's your non-conforming energy that pushes the collective forward, that pushes you forward. Okay, the outcome. I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to see what else we get. I feel like we're going to keep going with this message and see what's going on. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a layer deeper into why things are the way they are. I think we're going to see what's happening next. That's how I just feel intuitively. But if you can't go to that and you don't want to go to that, don't worry about it. Trust Spirit already knew that and gave you everything you needed right here. If you are interested, the link is in the description box below. Okay, your outcome is the 5 of Cups, distance and ether. This is telling me you're putting in energetic distance between you and some annoying pressure-laden thoughts, or you and someone else. Let's see. Distance, 5 of Cups. If you have been listening to someone else, you don't have to regret that or feel like you've done something wrong. Just reclaim your power again. 9 of Wands, just keep going. Dazed and confused, it says on it. King of Wands, disciplined and devoted. Yeah, that's your energy. King of Wands, disciplined and devoted. 6 of Swords, navigate and progress. The universe, totality and wholeness. And King of Cups again, diviner and sage. Some of you are going to quit something, leave something behind. This isn't for me. I'm unsubscribing, or I'm dropping this class, or I'm not going to see these friend groups anymore, or I'm just not going to listen to what the pressure is. And that's going to be maybe initially a little bit confusing for you, because you still have to stay disciplined and devoted. It's not like you decide, oh, I'm going to be, I'm just going to stick to my guns and I'm going to just keep weaving this tapestry my way and everything will just come together instantly because of it. No, it takes time. Think about the weaving. Literally think about the weaving. That person who's doing that isn't expecting the tapestry to just be made overnight without them weaving it themselves. No, they have to go do it every day. Okay, and that's your energy too. Stay the course. Trust me on this, okay? As a Taurus, it's not always a good thing. I get it. But in this reading, persistence, devotion will get you so much further than you think. It's remarkable what doors that will unlock for you. A lot of people cannot do that. They get bored. They stop trusting the process. Spirit's saying, stay devoted. Stay persistent. The universe, everything's going to come together. That is for sure. All right, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.